Hey Ghostbusters fans, welcome to Ray's Toys and Collectibles. Today we're taking a look at the Ghostbusters The Plasma Series Rooftop Showdown 4-pack. Now, as I'm filming this is currently in stock on Hasbro Pulse US for $99.99 US dollars and on the European Pulse website for €124.99 euro. This set consists of 4 Ghostbusters with accessories. They have 4 new head sculpts. The rest of the bodies are completely the same that we have before in the Plasma series, but they have updated their uniforms to better match the colors that we see on screen. So that's really nice. So taking a good look at the box, you can see it's made like a carton of Stay Puft marshmallows, which is very neat. Very funny here. Stays puff even when roasted. Yeah, I like that a lot. You can see burn marks here, and this is a sleeve, so this is actually a cutout. You can see the inner box here, which is very nice. On the side, some nice graphics as well. Nothing at the top. At the bottom has some, unfortunately, DHL damage. In Jurassic Park, life finds a way. In real life, DHL finds a way to ruin your packages, which really sucks. The back shows 4 Ghostbusters, has a write-up of the story of the first movie. Very nicely done. Just take the sleeve off, like so, and then we'll just take off this piece of paper which protects the window on the inside. And then the inner box, you can see it's Dana's apartment building roof. Nothing special on the bottom, top or sides, but if you turn it around, there's all the 4 Ghostbusters, bios on the 4 Ghostbusters, and again a write-up of the story of the first movie. And then when you turn it around, you can open up the doors here. It has a big tray here with all the 4 Ghostbusters, and if you cut the top and bottom tape, you can just slide it out, and you can see that this looks like the dimension that Ghost comes out of. You can see some damage here, unfortunately, and this is on Hasbro. And if you just get this out the way, and you're left with this tray with all the 4 Ghostbusters in it. So I'm just gonna open this up and we'll have a look at these figures. Here we have the Ghostbusters out of the packaging, and they look very nice. Now, just like all the other Plasma series releases of the Ghostbusters, there's a lot of reuse here. The bodies are about the same on all of them, with the exception of course being the torso on Ray's stance, which is a lot firmer. The lower legs on Peter Venkman, because he has the pants over the boots instead of in them, and those newly sculpted heads. Now we're going to look at each and every one of them, and we'll compare them to the HasLab Actomobile figures that were included with the deluxe edition, but I'm not gonna go into the articulation and the detail of the suit for every figure. I'll only do that for the first one we'll look at. Here we have Egon from the set, and I think he looks really nice. Good new head sculpt. The glasses look a little bigger than the one from the Ghostbusters 2 movie, which came of course with the Actomobile, the HasLab one. And yeah, it looks a little weird from the side because it droops a little. These glasses are of course part of the sculpt and not a separate piece, but other than that it looks very nice. Nice belt, very cool. Nice Ghostbusters logo here. A very nice looking figure. Articulation wise, rotation, tilt, it's a double ball peg. Out to the side, quite a lot. Basically same figure that we've seen before, so the articulation is also the same. Very nice range here. So rotation here, rotation in the hand, up and down hinge. Then rotation here. Yeah, slight wiggle. Now the legs, the belt has these wires here and pouch here, so you can't get a lot of outward movement, but yeah, enough. Of course, forward, back, you'll definitely be able to put him inside the Ectomobile. Rotation here, and then they have these double jointed knees that give you a lot of movement, and you can get even further, but you have to go around the wrinkles in the suit. And then the ankles, of course, rotate up and down, and then there's this rocker or tilt. So yeah, these figures, although they're pinned, the articulation feels really good and it works nicely. Here we have Egon next to Louis Tully from the HasLab Ectomobile set, and I think they look good together, but I can see that yeah, Egon, this suit is a little lighter. It's not a huge deal, but I can definitely see there's a slight difference there in color. So here's Egon compared to the HasLab Ectomobile Deluxe Edition Egon to the left, and I think both look really nice. Sculpts are about the same when it comes to their bodies, and belt is different. Yeah, the head sculpts are also different. I think both of them look exceptional, but I do prefer the Ghostbusters 2 Egon to the left. That smile is just really nice. But yeah, definitely both of these figures are very nicely done. Here we have Peter Venkman, also with a comparison with the previous version, and yeah, I think that head sculpt again looks better. With Egon, it's just a matter of preference if you want him smiling or not, but I think the likeness on the one to the left, yeah, is slightly better. I can see Bill Murray in both of them, but yeah, the one on the left is definitely better. Then we have Ray Stantz, and I think both of these figures look really nice. I can see Dan Aykroyd in both of them, but I think the new one on the right does it a little better. I think the left one, yeah, it is very close, and then the right one, yeah, it's almost perfect. They did a really good job with that head sculpt. And last and again least, Winston Zedmore. Yeah, I'm not sure what the heck they're doing with this character. The one on the left, yeah, I mentioned in my review for the HasLab Ectomobile that it looks like Denzel Washington cosplaying as a Ghostbuster. I'm not sure what the actor on the right is, but that is not Ernie Hudson. It just doesn't look like him at all. So if I would have to pick one of these two head sculpts, yeah, I'm not really sure. They both do not look like Ernie Hudson at all. So yeah, it's a toss-up. And I looked at the Plasma series Winston Zedmore that they released before this all, and yeah, that one was a way better head sculpt than these both are. So why didn't they just use that again for this figure on the right? Yeah, who knows. Taking a look at the accessories that are included, you get 4 proton packs and 4 neutrino wands, and you also get 4 proton streams, which is also very nice. Neutrino wand just plugs into the bottom here, and you can just tap it onto the backpack or proton pack right there. And yeah, it's the same sculpt we've seen before. Sadly, kind of wish they updated the neutrino wand to have a more flexible wire, but yeah, unfortunately, nope. Comes also with ghost strap. Again, no wire, no pedal, which is a little bit of a shame, and a PKE meter. And yeah, you can put this on any of the figures because they all have the hole in the belt, but yeah, it doesn't stay as nice as the PKE meter that came included with the Hasbro Ectomobile set, because I have that plugged into the belt of Louis Tully, and it does a way better job of plugging in. And I do not know what the reason is behind this, because the PKE meters feel the same to me, but yeah, a little odd, but oh well. And if I just bring in Louis Tully for a comparison, interestingly enough, and I'm not sure if you can see this clearly, but the plastic color is different. The proton pack on the left, that is included with all the Ghostbusters in that Hasbro Ectomobile set, is a much darker color. This one is deep black. This is more like a charcoal, dark brown color, which is a little odd. Then, if I turn this around, ghost trap, about the same, but it appears that this one is a little darker and even more interesting. So keep in mind, the plastic on the proton pack and the ghost trap are darker on Louis Tully, but if you look at the PKE meters, yeah, it's different. Then this one is darker and this one is a little lighter plastic. So yeah, that's a little strange. Comparing the two proton streams, yeah, on the left is the one from the Hasbro Ectomobile set, and this is from this new set from the Rooftop Showdown, and yeah, it's the exact same piece. Now for the last accessory, they also include a pair of goggles. Now we've seen this before in the Plasma series, but this is the first time I'm holding this piece, because this was not included with the Hasbro Ectomobile. And if you look online for pictures, then this is definitely better painted, but yeah, I think while it looks nice, doesn't really do a good job, because you can like squeeze it over Ray's head, but it's a very, very tight fit. So yeah, I think they should have made the strap way bigger. And you probably can get this on the figure, you'll have to squeeze it on. Maybe I have to heat it up a bit with a hairdryer, that will probably help. Or maybe just heat up the figure, pull the head off and just feed it over the chin and nose. That might be even easier, because this is very thick. And you might even scratch some of the paint, but I'm not 100% sure if this is actually painted, the head, or if it's just a hairpiece that you just glued onto the head. But yeah, while it is a nice accessory, definitely think it's a little difficult to put on his head. Maybe a little easier on some of the other Ghostbusters, but on him, with the large head he has, large cranium, yeah, it's a little tough to put on. Here is Winston Zedmore with the goggles, and yeah, it goes on him very, very nicely. It also helps with the likeness a bit. Yeah, who am I kidding? Here's a look at the Ghostbusters inside the Ectomobile. And the back seat is a little difficult to get the figure in if you do not remove the entire roof piece, but if you do, it's easy. But the other three figures, this side door Egon is sitting, and then the front, yeah, you just can open the door, put the figure in, and it will look very nice. And there's enough room. There's no issue with space here at all. And yeah, I really like this. They did a very, very good job with this. Here we have the Ghostbusters all geared up and crossing the streams, and I think this set looks very, very nice. Now, if you do not own any of the Ghostbusters that were released previously, then this is a very nice set to get if you like the Ghostbusters movie and you want some action figures in your collection. Now, if you bought that Hasbro Ectomobile and you've bought the standard edition, then this is also a very nice set to get. If you already have the Plasma series Ghostbusters that were released previously, then I'm not sure if this is a set you should be getting. The head sculpt for the most part are nice, and there is a color difference in the uniforms. These are more accurate to the movie, but yeah, I don't think that this is worth getting if you already have those figures. I'm gonna go ahead and give this set an 8.5 out of 10. I really think they should have done some improvements here. With the Proton pack, that cable should have been a softer plastic, maybe even a rubber piece, and I also think that the ghost strap should have come with a cord, maybe even an extra ghost strap with a nice effect piece. But still, a very nice set to get. I do recommend it. This is Ray from Ray's Toys and Collectibles signing off. Until next time, and please feel free to comment, like and subscribe. See ya!